guys to another race.
Formula One, the pinnacle of motorsport. With a global audience and drama to match, all the attention is now on race circuits around the world. Waiting for the start of the fastest show on Earth. Last year's regulation changes saw closer on-track battles. Anyone expecting a smooth ride from the 2023 season is in for a shock. With a shake-up in the paddock resulting in the signing of several new team principals, F1 is primed and ready to light up the world stage. Team principals will already be talking tactics, boosting the confidence of their drivers and ensuring their pit crews make those box times as tight as possible. With the new era of racing now well underway, more teams than ever will be vying for points, podiums, and a chance at the championship. This is Formula One.
And welcome into the new series, guys. We are here with the F1 Manager 23 career mode, and we're going to get things underway. You can kind of tell what team we are going to be going for, and it is going to be McLaren Formula One team. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. This is going to be a new series here on the channel. We are kind of getting into the simulation game sphere. We're going with Football Manager and F1 Manager moving forward, so this will be a ton of fun. I will do my best of putting these videos together as well as getting used to the game, because I have never played this game before, as well as Football Manager. That is not something that I had ever played before, so we're going to kind of learn along the way. McLaren, this is, I don't think there's any mods or anything like that too crazy for this game to make it a 2024 season, as that is just upon us here this weekend in Bahrain. Really excited for that one, so we're gonna kind of open up and try to go along the best we can. But McLaren, the car itself is not the best on the grid, and that's kind of why I want to do it. I don't want to do the Williams or AlphaTauri or Haas or anything like that. I feel like McLaren is a perfect team to try to build from the ground up, as well as their team last year really didn't get out of the gates too hot. Profile, why won't it let me? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, why won't it let me take care of that? But we are going to name our person Jim, and I'm thinking we need to fix it, so we will fix it. Jim, fix it. Car development, race, we'll put it all on standard. We are technically a first time experienced manager. I'll bump it up to returning manager just so that we don't get too much help. I do want some help on, and we'll see if we need to bump the difficulty as we get on in this series. But again, this should be a fun one. I'm really excited. Audrey is our helper. The board here, it does look like we have some confidence. The board is fairly satisfied. Obviously, we haven't had any races so far. We've got a budget, season budget of 55 million. I know that there is a cost cap in Formula One that we will need to make sure that we take a look at and see. Our rating band looks like we're revered. Team rating is measured on how well a team has done in recent years. Okay, so we're doing pretty decent, I suppose. Driver results, obviously not the best. Heritage is definitely there. You can see the profile, team principal rating, 0 constructors championships. Again, that is all going to be brand new. Rules and regulations, we can take a deep dive into that if we absolutely wanted to. We've got our inbox, we've got the calendar. It does look like we only have a few days until the Bahrain Grand Prix. We've got 11 days actually, to be exact, and then we'll eventually be in Jeddah, Melbourne, Baku, Miami, Imola, Monte Carlo, aka Monaco, but we'll get there. I'll try to make it one race per episode for you guys. We've got our driver overview. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris are our main drivers. It looks like Alex Palou is our reserve driver. If anything, we'll look to maybe bring in somebody else for that position. Oscar Piastri, I feel like the ability to develop is quite high. Right now, he is currently on balanced development. Definitely looks like we can get a focus in here. So, cornering, braking are not the best. Overtaking, defending, reactions, and accuracy are not the best. So maybe we should bump up something. Smoothness is not the best either. Adaptability is decently high. Driving standards. Could bring that up. I kind of want to do something that has all 70s. Race strategy. I feel like we need to bump that up a little bit there for Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris, I'm just going to keep on development balanced just because he is already an 87 overall. I want to keep him overall wise when it comes to his balance. Adaptability and accuracy are a bit low, but everything else is quite high, so we'll leave him on balanced. Our staff looks like we have a pretty decent staff. Our technical chief is not the best. He has a 77 overall rating. Development wise, we will leave him as balanced. I don't think anything too crazy will make him a little bit better, but our sporting director, Randeep Singh, is pretty decent. William Joseph, race engineer for, it looks like Lando Norris, is quite good. Only an 80 overall for Tom Stellard, paired with Oscar Piastri. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. Peter, our boy Peter, head of aerodynamics, is very solid, and we'll leave him on the balanced development as well. Scouting, we don't really need to do too much scouting, although I am curious. Let's take a look at potential backup drivers. I know we've got Hulkenberg is in F1. De Vries in this game is still technically driving. It looks like Daniel Ricciardo is the backup driver at Red Bull, as it was the case at the start of last season. Kind of disappointed the game isn't updated. We got Theo Porchari. I will work on that last name, but we'll scout him. I definitely want to scout him for sure. Just to get things going there. Technical chiefs, we do have a free agent who's a 79 overall, but he's not the best, although he is better than what we have right now. Let's take a look here. Let's scout him up and see if he'd be worth bringing in as technical chief. Get a little bit of a bump from Neil there. Facilities, it does look like facilities will play a little bit of a part when race-ready car parts are manufactured, so we'd be able to technically boost that up if we wanted to. All of these are at level 2, which is pretty nice to start off this series, and we'll kind of leave it at that. If we need to make any adjustments, I'm thinking it might want to be the wind tunnel. It is $12 million. We have about $25.7 million to work with, but let's take a look at these staff facilities. Team hub, scouting department are pretty low, and if anything, that's going to be 1.5. That is 1.3. Let's see here. Team hub, we get morale boost, weekly development boost by 20%, and team attractiveness goes up. This one only boosts the scouting capacity, so we're going to do the team hub here. Spend that 1.5 million to upgrade that. The operating facilities, we don't have a boardroom. Race confidence gain +5, team attractiveness. We need we need to do that. It's only $400,000. We need to bring that up. Weather center might be something decent to bring up. We could get that up to 70%, and that'll definitely be something we want to bring in. The rest of the stuff, the hospitality area, I'm not too worried about right now. We need to get that boardroom built. Board, we already talked about that. Cost cap. This is the one big thing here. We have a ton of cap remaining here. We've already spent 19. We've got 120 remaining, so technically we have a ton of room here to work with when it comes to the cost cap, so I'm not too worried about that. Card development, I know I kind of do want to get into this a little bit here before the first race of the season, and if you guys want to speed up in the video to get up to the point where we actually do go racing, be sure to do so. I will leave a timestamp down below for you guys if you want to move forward to the racing. I do kind of want to get things going here when it comes to developing parts. And I do remember last year, the side pods at the start of the season, I mean, everything at the start of the season last year for McLaren was very poor. And one of the biggest things was their side pods. So we definitely want to get that going. We've got aerodynamic testing. Let's see here. CFD man hours. I suppose that does boost up the percentage of new. It's going to take a little bit to actually get used to that. We'll do 2.4, I suppose, wind tunnel hours. Lets you test the car parts in real airflow. Data from these tests allow your engineers to improve the design's attributes and increase your team's expertise for this car part. So we're definitely going to want some hours put into that for sure. Drag reduction, we can get that up to a decent percent. Let's do 25 for that one. I suppose we'll hit next to design focus. Add weight to the car build will contribute to the reduction in certain areas of the car performance. Ooh, okay. Higher durability, more expensive, extra weight. Okay, so durability equals weight means slower car. Less durability means lifespan is going to be less, but it could go faster. And you can see there on the right hand side kind of things that boost. But I am thinking potentially if we maybe just bump this. So default is about 5 to 9 races, 5 kilograms worth of weight. If we bump that down 1, it's 4 kilograms. It's 4 to 8 races. If we bump it down again, it's still 4 to 8 races, but it does boost our high speed by quite a lot. Medium speed by 0.011 Gs. I mean, it could make a massive difference. We're going to bump that down 2. If anything, I don't know if I want to mess too much with the drag reduction system. If we bump that, the engine cooling goes down. We'll kind of just leave the rest of that default. We'll make the minimum lifespan down a little bit. We'll go to development. We could get engineers on this. Let's get 4. If we do 4, approach, normal, rushed, intense. So if we do normal, it's 1 million. If we do, and that's 27 days. If we do rushed, it's 18 days. Intense, 27 days. Let's do rushed. That'd be 18 days for 1.5 million. We'll go ahead and do that. Cash remaining 20 million is still in the bag. So we got the side pods there. We definitely need either a front wing or underfloor. If we're working on the side pods, that's going to go towards our aerodynamics. We're going to want to get the front wing as well. Let's get some more man hours into this. Let's just do the rest of the man hours, which is 3. And then wind tunnel hours, technically, we could get 47. Yeah, let's just do that. YOLO. I kind of only want to work on those 2 parts for now, at this point in time. We can bump this down 2 as well. Although, so that's 3 to 5. 2 to 5. It doesn't really bump too much of a difference. We'll kind of just go all default for this specifically, unless we want to maybe boost up the high speed corners. Although I feel like there's more medium speed corners on a circuit. That just bumps everything down with their percentage of airflow. We're just going to leave everything default, if you ask me. Engineers, we'll put the rest of the engineers on this. 30 days normal, 20 days rushed. What does extra hours? The cost will be higher. You will gain greater car part expertise. Okay, let's just do rushed. 2.4 million, and it will be ready in 20 days. So we've got 2 parts there going at this point in time. And I don't know if there's anything else we really need to worry about. Actually, I did see one thing. We do have pit crew ability to develop our pit crew to make sure that they are bumping on all cylinders. that they are absolutely killing it in the pits. And taking a look at it, the boys have a hard time putting on tires. Pit stop errors. I feel like that would be pretty decent to do. Let's do balanced. We could get that up some percentage. Let's confirm those changes and work on the pit stop errors. I'm not as worried about the release right now. Those errors look to be a little bit high. So I think that's really all we need to focus in on right now. Assigned engineers, design crew level 2. Ooh, that's 11 million to do that. That's kind of crazy. We're currently sitting at 18 million. I think the best thing to do is to move forward. Preseason testing results are in. We've got the inbox going here. A development update. I've compiled a report on our drivers and how they've been developing during the past month. Please see the results. Go to drivers. Will it be able to give us like what's different? So bonuses. It doesn't look like. I wish there was like a little tick thing, almost like how FIFA or EAFC has it, where like up +1 or +2 or whatever it is, because it doesn't look like they've gone up too much. So back here, preseason or post Bahrain testing results. Here's the car and what we're looking at. Top speed, we're ranked 13th on the grid, acceleration 19th, so pretty much near the bottom half of the table. Cornering, we need to work on. DRS effectiveness is not the best. And that is just car 1 performance. Oh boy, so not great. Key staff, sponsorship obligations, merchandising. Oh wow, okay. Income per race, we get 1 million per race. It looks like that's pretty nice. Sponsorships, here we go. Merchandising. Oh no, that's the page we were just on. Okay. So things look to be decent. Go to pit crew. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the schedule. Workout, wheel gun, gym training. Interesting. We'll need to potentially adjust that as we get closer to the next race, but we'll worry about that in the next episode. We kind of want to we'll confirm the changes. We're happy with the changes and the way they are right now. Let's continue on. Boardroom, we finally got our boardroom. Let's go to the facility. Boardroom is up and running. So what does that do? Raise confidence gained, team attractiveness. Weather center is still going. We can do the boardroom again, and that'll be ready in 15 days. Raise confidence gained, that can get to 10%. Honestly, let's go for it. Monthly upkeep, but we need to get that to a level 2 early, I feel like, to help out. Scouting is complete. 79 overall. I mean, he's pretty decent. We could look to bring him in. Theo is development rate is high, aggression high. Could maybe look to bring in him as our reserve driver. But I think we'll wait until after the first race weekend. As it does look like we have some more inbox. Bahrain Grand Prix, or race preparation, review targets, reach Q2. I mean, I feel like if we hit that, that would be pretty awesome. So, we can edit. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to have the fastest lap and or finish position streak. Finish position 15th or better. I feel like we could definitely do that. Drivers, yeah, Landon Norris. Okay, yeah. We're going to go to the race weekend and get this thing underway. I'm really excited to see what we can do in this game. I know it is fairly early, but timestamp is now as we get ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We've got practice, which I'm pretty sure we won't end up doing. I feel like they're just gonna allow the boys to do it themselves. We're not gonna mess too much with the car setup. I'm still unsure on how we really want that to go. We'll eventually pick that up as the game goes on. Let's just simulate up to qualifying. I feel pretty solid that the boys will be able to get a solid practice in. And let's see where they're at. Lando Norris 14th. Oscar Piastri not the best. Okay, so we'll have a little bit of work to do with Oscar Piastri. And taking a look, track of simulation. Norris 100. Piastri 93. Car setup, satisfaction 73, 71. So not too terrible. Car parts knowledge, they're both even. So honestly, it's an even car for both drivers. We'll see what each one can do with their own set of skills and abilities as we get into qualifying here. We will definitely take full management of qualifying. I'm really hoping that we will be able to get into Q2 with one of our drivers. Most likely Lando Norris will be somebody that we are looking to get into qualifying with. Let's just pause it and see what we're really looking at here. We can see tires, sectors, okay. Last lap, laps, status, interval, leader. I'm wondering if then we'll eventually get, because I haven't seen too much gameplay of this game, if I'm being completely honest. I'm assuming we'll get amount of pit stops or let's see here. Yeah, I feel like we would need to see pit stops. Let's take a look here. Race view, data view. Okay. I feel like standings, okay, interval, last lap. It's got sectors, last lap. Oh, we can take a real keen look in on their last lap where they're doing well. Strategy view. I feel like this will be a little bit more helpful during the race itself. Expected traffic. Okay, that's pretty cool. But let's go back to race view. Looks like we can take a view of the whole map, which is really, really cool. We've got our track conditions here in the top right-hand corner as well. Looks like we can send some people out, reconfigure the car. Okay, I think we've got the layout under our belt. Let's get this puppy plain and underway. I kind of want to send out Piastri. The grip is high on track, so we're going to send out Oscar Piastri and see if he can turn in a good first lap. Really excited to see how this game looks. And if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. Radio check, that is really, really cool. Super hopeful for a good on test track. And let me, whenever I look back at this video, I'll also be sure to take a look at the noise and sound of the game to voice audio, as we will see. Oh, you can speed it up too. That's actually going to be very nifty, especially during the race itself. Let me send out Lando Norris as well, just so he doesn't get caught up in traffic, as Oscar Piastri is going to have a little bit of traffic to deal with for sure as he starts his first flying lap here in qualifying. Let's see what he can do, putting pedal to the metal. I really like these kind of changing camera views. Very, very cool. Let's see what other camera angles we've got. We've got an onboard top view, almost like the video game itself. We could take manual control, but I'm assuming they're going full throttle, foot to the floor. ERS system fully being deployed. We've got a back view, kind of a side pod angle view, which is actually really, really cool. Let me just turn down the volume just a hair, just in case. I can't actually hear the game right now as we are underway. But let's take a look at other camera angles on the wing and a helmet view. That's quite interesting. I don't know if I like that too much, but we'll probably use this view a lot in game. I'm pretty happy with it. As Piastri is coming around, there will be no one ahead for Lando Norris, which will be great on his lap. As we will take a look here, Oscar Piastri coming down the back straightaway here at the Bahrain circuit, looking to put in a solid first lap. I honestly don't know what to expect if he is going to put down a 143. Let's see what he puts down. First one to cross the line, Oscar Piastri is ending the lap. He will be pitting. Flying lap complete. What was his time? 133. Okay, Logan Sargent is a little bit faster. Flying lap, Lando Norris is buzzing here. Let's see what he can do. Looks like Piastri is going into the pits, which is nice. Here comes Norris. Where is he at on track? Just about to take the the third straightaway on the back. Looks like Piastri is a second off. Oh, there we go. Leader. He is a second off the leader, which is Logan Sargent, the American, at 132. As Norris buzzing down the S curve, now on the back straightaway here. Let's hope. Oh, now he's on the back straightaway. I didn't think he. I thought he was already on the back straightaway. Here he comes down the back side. Showing decent pace. Magnussen now goes quickest. Let's see where Lando Norris is going to be sitting here at the 12-ish minute mark. Just about to cross the line. Is it going to be better than Piastri? Just barely. About 400ths, almost 400ths better than Piastri. Very interesting. We'll have to speed things up and kind of see. Oh, you can go times 16. That's very nice. We'll reconfigure it. Looks like we have to. We'll send him out on another. We'll send him out on the same set of softs. That's perfectly fine. And then we'll get Lando on a newer set of softs because I only expect him to be pushing for Q2, if anything. And right now the boys are sitting pretty nice here, although the top dogs haven't really gone yet in qualifying. Oh boy. Okay. So we're sitting out currently right now. Let's take a look at the map view, make sure we don't get caught up in traffic. Russell's on an out lap, so is Sargent. Let's kind of see what happens with this traffic. Gasly's out of the pits. Perez is out of the pits. Let's send out Piastri for another flying lap. I don't expect him to do too much of a better job this time around. If Russell's going to come in, Russell's out on a flyer. So we'll send out Norris, because by the time he gets around, it should be around the 2-ish minute mark. And we'll see what Piastri can do here on this next flyer. Let's hope we can get out of Q1. That'd be disappointing if we can't. And here is Piastri. Let's take a look. Driver's confidence level. Okay. Let's see where he is at. Piastri, yellow first sector, not what we're really looking for. Let's hope he can pull a second sector a little bit better here for him. So far, it doesn't look like his pace is the best. Norris just starting his flying lap here. Let's hope he can put in a good first sector. Here he is buzzing down, coming to the close of the first sector. Let's hope it is a green first sector. That would be very nice. Let's see. Coming around the turn. Green first sector. Okay, things looking good for Lando Norris right now. Piastri coming down the back straightaway, it looks like on the map. Another yellow second sector for Piastri. Let's hope that Norris can put in a little bit better of a lap. than he did his first time around, because we are looking to get into Q2 here with one of our drivers, and at this rate, it is going to have to be Lando Norris. Piastri, a green final sector, but he is out of qualifying in last position, 20th on the grid. Not what we like to see, but Lando Norris absolutely buzzing here. He puts in another green second sector. If he can keep this up, he's got a good shot. He's got a good shot at getting out of the elimination zone down the back straightaway. Let's hope we don't get caught up in traffic here. That would be quite a disaster. Can we get a little bit of a tow there from the Mercedes coming in? Maybe so. Lando Norris getting into 15th. Okay, I don't think that's going to be enough, though. I don't think that's going to be enough to get him out of Q1. Because, ooh. Albon on an outlap. We're going to have to wait and see. End of the session. Yeah, no kidding. Where is Albon on track? Albon currently about to hit the second back straightaway. Suppose De Vries can knock us out, and we are indeed out of qualifying. Man, that would have been really nice if we could have qualified into Q2. Just not fast enough. Yuki Tsunoda has been bumped down to 16th, so we're in 17th and 20th to end our qualifying stint here. Quite disappointing, but it's going to take a lot here, I think, to get the boys absolutely buzzing. We'll have to look and see if we'll be able to perform a little bit better, maybe finish in like a 14th, 18th position, because I don't expect too much. Qualifying 3 results. Verstappen on pole. It's a 1-2 for Red Bull. And you've got Leclerc there in 3rd, Alonso 4th, Sainz 5th, Lance Stroll 6th, Pierre Gasly 7th, Hülkenberg in 8th, Russell 9th, Hamilton knocked out in Q2. He is sitting in 11th. Looks like Logan Sargent sitting there in, I believe that is 15th, I believe. But we're getting into the race. That's what we're here for. The race itself, the Bahrain Grand Prix. Really excited to see what we can do in this one. We're going to have to set our race strategy, which I'm pretty excited about doing. So let's go ahead and pick the strategy here. Go soft, soft, medium, or medium, soft, soft. I feel like Piastri will want to go. It looks like that's the fastest option for him. And we'll take that for him. Let's see. Strategy-wise, maybe we go medium. What if... Oh, looks like you can create one here. So let's do that and that. We could do a medium, which realistically speaking could get us to lap 30. I would want to maybe push that to lap 20. Ooh, hard compound. Let's see. If we do that to lap 20, that would actually be a decent stint. Do mediums until lap 20, and then a hard tire, kind of a 2-stop effort for Lando Norris. It does look like the other ones are technically quicker. Let's edit this. Could we extend that a few laps? We could. Alright, so technically this would get us to +7. We take it to around about 28-ish laps. Yeah, 27 laps. Let's update the strategy. It's still technically slower than the others, but I feel like we're going to need to take a shot with our better driver to have his tires need to last a little bit longer and extend longer into the race. Do a 2-stop strategy there for Norris. And, do we start on the mediums for Piastri? I feel like that might be a little bit better for him as well. Do medium, soft, soft, and finish strong as well as try to start strong. I think that's what we're going to go with. We're going to do medium soft soft for Piastri, and then we will do medium hard. So means swap drivers. For P1, you can swap the driver of either car for a team's reserve driver. Oh, we don't want to do that. Okay, so Piastri, Norris are in. We've got their strategy set. The race is about to get underway. I'm super excited to see what we can do. Okay, we'll just skip to the green lights, or red lights, I should say. Flashing green flag in the back. We are set and ready to go in the Bahrain Grand Prix. It looks like Red Bull 1-2 get off to a decent start with Ferrari right on their tail. Leclerc pushing up, but let's look where we are at. Norris. Let's take a look at the camera deep view here. It looks like Norris is fighting with Zhou, and we lose position, maybe? No. Oh, he was fighting with Bottas. I was like, what is going on? But it does look like we are in decent position here to start the race. It looks like the Red Bulls 1-2, and then it goes Leclerc, Alonso, Sainz, Gasly, Stroll. Let's see if we can see if it gives us... Oh, it doesn't give, like, up. Kind of like differences of where they started, almost like the real... breakdown of the race. It does look like Norris is dropping a little bit of pace, so we look like we want to put that up to aggressive and see if that will allow him to catch up and stay within DRS range. We'll probably want to push him and Oscar Piastri when it comes to pushing them hard on those medium tires to start this race. I feel like that would be the smartest move. Let's see, tires. Zhou is already 96% on his, so they're definitely pushing their tires right now, for sure. And Lando Norris is going to need to push it a little bit harder here. Let's hear his battle. Huh. Okay. We'll give him that option to use the ERS when battling with defending and trying to overtake. As Norris is now we're 2.5 seconds back. We're going to need to push it a little bit here. Let's take a look at tires, actually. Other teams are definitely, yeah, they're on the soft tires. So we're going to need to kind of outlast them a little bit and try to overcut them eventually. As we are now lap 2 of this Grand Prix. 1.452 seconds behind Bottas, it looks like. And we just got to push it a little bit more. I don't want to push it too hard though early, because I don't want to burn him out of his tires. Let's take a look at the map view. Looks like Verstappen is starting to pull away from Perez and the rest of the pack, with Perez, Leclerc, Alonso, and Sainz rounding out the top 5. A little bit of a gap there being created between Gasly in 6th and Carlos Sainz there in 5th position. And you can see the gap between us and Bottas seems to be widening a little bit here. So let's go ahead and get to the attack mode on Norris. Use our battery a little bit. It does look like there's a yellow flag. Sargent going a little bit wide here. Let's see what Sargent... Oh, man, he lost the rear end. Thankfully, a little bit of a runoff was kind enough there for him, as Norris is going to take full advantage of that opportunity to move up the grid up to 17th now, which is very nice. We're now 1.8 behind De Vries. We're now starting to catch De Vries. Yes, now we're on board with Lando. We're going to watch this a little bit and see what we can do here. Let's go back to neutral on the DRS, or ERS, sorry. We get the pass there on De Vries. Very, very nice. As the battery is low, okay, we're going to need to top up for Piastri, and we're going to need to top up for Norris, which will take the time down. Yeah, we can watch the replay here of Lando taking on De Vries. Very nice pass there on the third straightaway on the back there. Very, very nice as we continue on in this race. The main straightaway is going to have the DRS on Yuki Tsunoda. Bottas in the pits. And here comes Norris on those medium tires, trying to take on Yuki Tsunoda. Not able to get it done on the main straightaway. Will he be able to get it on this next opportunity? See where the tires are. Yeah, 47% versus our 66%. We're taking on Yuki Tsunoda here for the battle for 15th, or 14th, I should say, as Albon up the road as well by another 6 odd seconds. We just need to kind of get around Yuki Tsunoda at this point. And see what we can do. We're gonna go high on the overtake aggression for Lando's to see if we can get around Yuki Tsunoda. And let's bump this up to aggressive. We'll burn the tires a little bit, but that's okay. See if we can get around Yuki Tsunoda. Got the DRS activated, looking to get around the long way. Very dangerous, going too wide. We're going to take the inside on this turn right here, and we should have the move done on Yuki Tsunoda. We should also have the DRS activated for this straightaway. I suppose not. But we did get the job done. Let's bump this back down to standard. Let's bump Lando back to medium. Yuki is not going to take the pit. He's not taking the pit stop. He does activate DRS. We've got a battle here for 14th as Hamilton in the pits. We're going to hold Yuki off there very nicely. Doing a good job as Lando Norris there on 64% tires. Pit options for Oscar Piastri. Yeah, let Hamilton go. He is not our race. Magnussen behind. We're just out front of Gasly, which is nice. So Norris up to 12th now. Piastri's in the pits. I completely forgot. It was a 2.491 pit stop. Not terrible, but he's now back last on the grid. And that's going to be a race in which he'll probably be back there a lot of the time. So we'll go back up to Norris, who's defending Gasly right now, who's on a newer set of soft tires. We're probably going to have to push Gasly all the way to 40-ish% on these medium tires is my guess. Just because we're going to need to stay out there a little bit longer than I anticipated. Yeah, he's going to need to stay out there a little bit longer. If we can get him to lap 24 to 30 is our window, we should be able to see those soft tires, or hard tires, pardon me, the rest of the way. As see if we can hold off Gasly for a little bit. Hulkenberg in the pits now. As Norris up to 11th. Lock up on turn 14. Nick De Vries. Let's take a look and see what he did here. Did he spin out, or was it just a normal lock up on turn 14? Yeah, just a lock up. Cooking the front tires a little bit into the gravel drive off there. Thankfully, there's a nice bit of runoff, and that will allow Piastri to catch up to the back of the pack, and Verstappen not too far behind Piastri. As Lando Norris having to defend Gasly and Magnussen at this point. Yellow flag. Oh, who's in the crash involving multiple cars? Who is it? Logan Sargent, and I'm assuming that is Nick De Vries. What's going on? Oh, Nick De Vries. A little bit of a clip there. I don't know if that's going to send any of them to the pits. Logan Sargent and Williams are not happy about that. They're not looking great. Piastri is not even catching up to them. Does look like we've been overtaken by Gasly, which is to be expected. We're on board with Norris right now. Let's see, times 8. How much longer can we hold off Magnussen? That is the real question. Let's go back to neutral with the DRS. Or ERS, sorry, I always get those confused. We were overtaken by Magnussen. Albon is in the pits. Let's speed that up. In making sure we can get this going in the right direction. Joe. Oh, just spins his car out. Completely spun. Complete spin out there. Norris in the pits. Decent stop. 2.8. Yellow flag. Doesn't show what sector. Sector 2, yellow flag. That's going to be interesting. Norris down in 16th now. And he is playing the long game. Lando Norris. How long does it say his tires will last? The rest of the way. He's going to have to be smart about these tires. He's going to need to warm them up. We're 18 seconds behind Albon. 1.8. Sargent is definitely going to catch us because we haven't warmed up our tires. But looking at the tires, Bottas at 64%. Yuki Tsunoda is sitting there at 69%. Albon 85%. Sargent is on 67%. Charles Leclerc has a 5-second penalty, which is on. In the 120 range. Logan Sargent trying to take the outside of the backstretch here. He's going to get the inside. He does make the pass on us. But at this point in time, it's only a matter of time before we are able to really catch up to him. Let's put that back to aggressive. Just so we can stay within touching distance of the DRS down the main straight. As we're going to allow Piastri to really use that ERS. Let's see here what Norris can do. Let's be aggressive on the overtake if possible. DRS activated. And he is buzzing down that back straight, trying to make something happen. I don't think we'll get him here, almost running into the back there of Logan Sargent. But if anything, we might be able to take him here. Let's see what we can do with the DRS. Activated. Lando Norris. Is he going to be able to make the pass here? He does not take it. Take Logan Sargent here. We're looking to go on the inside. Very ambitious. Let's make sure we're smart. And Lando Norris gets the pass. Can we keep it through here? That's the bigger thing I'm worried about. Very nicely. Alonso is in the pits. Alonso is out of the pits. In 12th position. Okay. We're only 19 seconds behind Albon, so if he were to theoretically pit right now, we'd be looking to be in a good spot. So let's drop that back down to standard. We don't want to burn the tires out. And let's get this back on times 8. Like Piastri is definitely... Ooh!
Oscar, is everything okay?
All okay. What's going on? Sector 2. Multiple car wreck here. Oh no! Oh no! De Vries! What are you doing, you bonehead? De Vries taking out Piastri. Oh, that's insane. Sargent in the pits as Norris. This is where we're going to be picking up guys left and right, I think, with the pit stops. And we're going to have to take those tires all the way to the end. I don't know if he's going to be able to do so. How did we get a penalty? How does Oscar Piastri get a penalty? He got driven into. Oh, that is something. That is quite something, if you ask me. That is brutal. Well, we're just going to stick Piastri onto the hard tire. Alexander Albon. Where are they? Yeah, Bottas. I don't think Bottas is going to be able... Oh, no, he's 7.5 seconds behind. Albon and Tsunoda are the ones fighting right now. But man, I mean, I want to say decent first race, but at the same time, I don't know if I really can. One-stop effort got us 2 positions technically with Lando Norris, and I'm really going to be hoping for those upgrades and or Jeddah being a little bit kinder to us, kinder of a track, in hopes that we are able to put something together, because getting 16th and 20th, I feel like McLaren in real life. A little defeated, if you ask me. But, I mean, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes in Formula One. As Norris finishes in 16th, Piastri hopping on board with him to finish off this race. And, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve with this game and how we're going to need to put things together, for sure. It's definitely going to be interesting. I'd be lying if I'd say I'm nervous, because I definitely am, because we want to build a championship contender for sure. With this team, will it take a season? Probably. I think realistically with our team in the current status that we are in, I feel like a mid-position finish this year is going to be our goal. Is it realistic? I think so, especially if we're able to get some parts and upgrades on the car, keeping it within the cost cap. I think that is definitely realistic and something that we can strive for. If we can, I think what we need to do is battle for 5th. We're going to need to be battling with Alpine, with how Haas developed their car, the Williams, the AlphaTauri. We're going to be battling Bottas and Zhou. Piastri crosses the line, and that is a wrap on the Bahrain Grand Prix. Very disappointed, as you can see there. He just flicks this thing off of the car, and here are the results. It actually does give a little bit of a ticker on here. I wish they had it on the actual ticker during the race, but Sainz up 2. Hamilton finished in 4th. He went up 7 places. Very good for him. George Russell up 3 places. Charles Leclerc down 4. Fernando Alonso down 2. Magnussen up 2. Hulkenberg down 4. Yuki Tsunoda finished up 3. We finished up 1 spot with Lando. Bottas up 3. And Oscar Piastri stayed exactly the same. Drivers' Championship, as it stands, I mean, we're not going to be on there whatsoever for the time being. And 5th place, I think that's where we need to be. Better than Alpine, Haas, AlphaTauri, the Williams, and Alfa Romeo. That is where we are going to be aiming for. Fastest pit stops, we did at least get that. We got 25 points to the DHL championship, whatever that means, by a very small margin. So 25 points there. We did get the fastest pit stop of the day. And, yeah, not terrible. Lando could have been better. Yes, we did get 3.5 million from the weekend, so we'll have that to spend either on parts. Season objective is to finish 7th or above. We want to shoot for 5th. But that's where we stand, guys, heading into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Not a great first race, but it definitely is getting our feet in the door. We're not knocking on the door just yet. We're not even close to bashing it down. We're just walking up the stairs at this point, figuring out the game, figuring out the car, and we'll put something together in the next episode in order, hopefully, to compete and fight for at least a point. I'd like to fight for a point, but if we could do a little bit better by better every race, if we can get Lando up to 13th in the next race or 12th, obviously we want to shoot for 10th, try to get at least 1 singular point. And Oscar Piastri, if we can get him up near 17th range in the next race, I think that is progress and what we are definitely looking for. But if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like on it. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. But that's going to be it for this one, and we will see you guys in the next episode.